Let's take a look at some of the after-hours movers that we have this afternoon. First up, Microsoft. We've been talking about their results that we got just about 40 minutes ago. They actually missed on the top and bottom line. Yet, look at that. We're seeing shares pretty much flat after hours. They were off just over 1%. Revenue coming in at $51.87 billion. Adjusted earnings per share coming in at $2.23. Both a bit weaker than what the street had been expecting. A big reason, though, why we're not seeing that reflected in the stock is two things. One, that intelligent cloud, which includes Azure, was actually pretty good when you take a look at that growth. Azure in particular, growth there of 40%. So yes, it is slowing, but still remains relatively strong. Also, FX was a big driver of the miss. We just talked to an analyst a few minutes ago saying that that is a big reason why Microsoft didn't post beats on both the top and bottom line. It's expected when you have the U.S. dollar at the current level that we do now. And again, we're seeing shares up just about 0.2% after hours. Alphabet also out with its earnings report. You can see shares up just about 3%. We were up about 4% not too long ago. They missed on the top and bottom line. YouTube ad revenue coming in at $7.34 billion. That was a miss compared to what the street was expecting. A big reason why we're seeing the stock hold on to gains here after hours. A lot of that has to do with its ad revenue holding up relatively well when you compare it to what we heard from some of its smaller competitors, namely Snap last week. They were talking about the fact that they saw a huge pullback when it comes to ad spending. So the street was bracing itself for that. We didn't see it reflected in the results, and we're seeing shares up just about 2.5%. Chipotle, you can see the stock up just over 8%. Same-store sales missed. Revenue also coming in a bit weaker than what the street was expecting. They did beat on earnings per share, coming in at $9.30. They do have a planned price increases happening later this summer, next month in August. So that could be good news for their margins during the current quarter. Again, shares up just about 8%. Boyd Gaming, you're looking at a gain of just about 3% there. A beat here on the top and bottom lines. Earnings per share coming in stronger than what the street was expecting. Revenue, $894.5 million. This is a casino operator. So actually pretty strong results here when you take into account the drop in consumer confidence that we saw during the quarter. Some hesitation what that would mean for gaming stocks like Boyd, but Boyd holding on to the gains here after hours, up just about 3%. Let's also take a look at Visa. Visa was just out with its earnings reports, although we aren't seeing a heck of a lot of action here after hours as stock is essentially flat. Adjusted earnings per share coming in at $1.98, better than what the street was expecting. Payment volume up 12%. The estimate was for a jump of 10%. Now we're seeing a little bit of action, but certainly a name to keep on our radar here as we head into tomorrow's opening.